Over the years of Fortnite competitive, we have seen a lot of different formats. As a competitive player who's been around since the start, I can easily say that there needs to be some changes. In this video, I'm going to share some ideas for tourneys, ranked, all kinds of stuff that I think Fortnite should do. And I need your guys' help to drop down in the comments what you agree with, what you want formats to be, and maybe, just maybe, somebody from Epic will see this video and make some of these changes. The first thing that I want to talk about is solo cash cups, because solos has always been my favorite mode, so I have some strong opinions on this topic, and I think I have the perfect format. The format that we have right now just does not work, at least in my opinion, and I know a lot of people agree. Solo victory cups were great because it gave a place for even newer competitive players to maybe get earnings. There was always that hope because a lot of people made it to the finals, and all you had to do was have one good run to make earnings. But now with this new format, having only 25 people earn in the finals makes it so that either cheaters earn or tier 1 pros. Almost never will we ever see anybody else earn. Even for me, somebody that's earned over 10 times in the solo victory cups, I can pretty confidently say I'm not going to get earnings in this solo cash cup format. It is too hard. The problem with solo victory cups though was the finals were very short-lived. They didn't reward consistency in getting placement points. If you died in second place, it was just wraps, you get nothing. But combining the two formats could make for the greatest solo format we've ever had. My idea is keep the same point system. The point system is fine, but make it so that maybe 2,000 to 4,000 players qualify to the finals. That way it's a little bit in between what we have now and what the solo victory cups were. Keep it a 10-game format for the opens, and on a separate day, just like now, we have a 10-game format for the finals. But that's going to give a lot of these newer players a chance to make finals and gain experience in more set lobbies. But here's the other twist. We can't have it just be top 25 earn. It's always going to be cheaters and tier 1 pros, and it's never going to give other people a chance to earn, which is what made solo victory cups so great. And a lot of people agree with this. So what I think they should do is have those finals be a 10-game format, same point system, but spread out the earnings to maybe top 1 or 200. Pros might not like this because, you know, if you get first, you're not going to make $5,000, but we will see so many more people competing in this tournament and enjoying it. I basically don't even queue into the finals. When I queue, I usually quit after a few games because I just know it's impossible to earn for me. If anything, I play it for practice, but in a top 200 earn format where anybody that gets top 200 makes at least $100, there's always going to be that hope because you'll only need like 3 good games. I think that would be a pretty fire format, or bringing back solo victory cups. But if they did bring back solo victory cups, my personal opinion is I would love to see that open round of 10 games and the final round of 10 games. That way there's more playtime. You know, having the 7-game open and 3-game final made it very short-lived, and I think a lot of people would like those longer finals. Because yes, it gives you more chances to earn, but it also gives you more games to get practice and gain experience. Let me know down in the comments what you think of these format ideas, but let's move on to the second part of the video where we talk about ranked. The thing is, ranked nowadays isn't even that bad, but not a lot of people play it, and I think I know the reason that made Arena so much better. The thing that made Arena so great is that every single kill, every single placement, you could see your points going up. Knowing exactly how much you earn for every single task that you complete in the game is satisfying. That's why people like playing stuff like tycoons. Every single time you hit a cube, you make a little money. Anytime you buy something, it contributes to your overall score. You can level up your tycoon faster. It's a satisfying thing. It's boring. Tycoons are not very exciting to play, but they're addictive because you constantly see that progression. The problem with ranked at the moment is we have no idea what we're gaining points for, why we're going up a certain percentage each game, and even seeing that percentage go up at the end of the game is not satisfying. But what I do like about ranked at the moment is once you hit that highest rank, you can kind of compete on a global leaderboard and maybe reach #1 on Unreal. But even still, I would see myself grinding Arena so much more often than ranked because of the fact that even when I was at the highest rank, I could still see my points going up every game. I could set a point goal for the season, try to hit 100,000 Arena points. But nowadays, it's like, what am I grinding for after I hit Unreal? Yes, I can compete on that global leaderboard, but I don't find that as rewarding as directly seeing points improve. So this is my solution. We keep the rank system that we have today, but reshape the way that ranked works. Make it a direct point system like Arena was, that way we can see our constant progression and how many points away from the next rank we are. At the start of each game, you go down rank just like Arena. It's almost kind of like gambling. When you queue into a game, you lose some points, but you're gambling because maybe you'll make more points by playing that game. It's exciting. And once you hit the max rank of Unreal, Keep the global leaderboard, that's a great feature to have, but we also want to see our points at the bottom so we know how far behind we are. Imagine how much more satisfying it would be to look at a leaderboard in the compete tab and see, if you got a 20 kill win and went up this many points, how far would I jump up the leaderboard? Knowing these exacts is what would make ranked so much better. At the moment, I look at the #1 Unreal player, I have no idea how far behind them I am. Will I need to win 10,000 games straight, or will I just have to win 20? I genuinely have no clue. But with a point system, we would be able to know everything, and each game would be more rewarding. Let me know down in the comments what you think of these ranked ideas. Now, one thing that I think Epic has just been completely missing out on, such a missed opportunity, and everybody would love it, is having either trio or duo victory cups. They had like one tournament where there was a duo victory cup, and it was so hype. So many people were playing it, and I guarantee so many people wanted to see more of it, but they haven't had it. Adding that to one of the off days each week would just be huge. Currently, all we have is just these ranked cups every single off day, which is not exciting. Nobody plays them except for people that are trying to get their tournament number up. Why not make fun daily tournaments instead of ranked cups? I guess I can't really speak for like bronze, silver, and brand new players. Maybe they like the ranked cups, but my point still stands that I think almost everyone would like to see the addition of duos and trio victory cups. Now, one thing that I haven't talked about is FNCS. To be honest, I don't really know what I would change about FNCS. Currently, we have the divisional format, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I understand that it's a good way to counter cheaters being in the higher skill lobbies. So maybe Epic needs to keep that going because it might be the only way that they can keep up with cheater banning. Me personally, this might be the one part of the video that you guys don't agree with. I loved the open formats for FNCS. I also loved when FNCS would change modes every single season, way back in the day. There'd be solos, duos, trios, it would just bounce around different modes and keep us on our toes. Nothing would get old because it was constantly changing. I miss those days with a passion, but I don't know about other people. I understand the consistency, keeping trios for a whole year, so at the end of the year you can do a global championship. I get it, but I'm just stating my opinions in this video, and I definitely miss the old FNCS. At the end of the day though, FNCS is pretty solid. Most of my feedback is just about those other modes. I think they need a lot of work, and I think the ideas in this video are really good. The one thing that Epic really needs to step up with is the last thing, is cheater banning, obviously. I know they've been tweeting about how they're, doing lawsuits against cheaters, paying a lot of money to try to improve the anti-cheat system. I know they're working on it, but bro, how hard would it be to just hire somebody so that at the end of every solo cup, you can ban all the cheaters? Solo cups are not Division 1 only, so there's a lot of cheaters that still get into those tourneys. I die to like 3 or 4 every single solo cup, and it's even worse in the finals. All they gotta do is ban people before the final starts, and it'll go a long way. Instead, they're really only banning the players that earn in the solo cup. If a cheater places 300 in the finals, they usually just get forgotten because Epic just focuses on those top ones. Maybe it's not as easy as I think, but it seems pretty easy to just check the leaderboard every single solo cup. Look for people that are playing their first tourney, and if they're fragging harder than tier 1 pros, ban them, because they're obviously cheating. Do me a favor, drop your opinions down in the comments, like the comments that you actually agree with, that way they can become top comments, and share this with a friend. Hopefully we can get Epic to see this video. By the way, the footage you've been seeing in the background was me setting my new personal record in Infinite Tiny Zone Wars. Let me know if you guys have beaten it. I just got 305 points, that's pretty good. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.